Hi, I'm Madison Weishauer, and today I'm doing Lab 3 for MATLAB. I'm doing problem 2, so we're going to revisit the small and large errors paragraph. Modify the last two code snippets to make them produce accurate results. So the first one, we have this old one. It says 1 plus 10 raised to the negative 16 minus 1. And when you input this, you're going to get an answer of 0. But we don't want this because it's not really reading it accuracy. It's giving you actually an error of negative 16, of 10 to the negative 16. So in order to read this correctly, we're going to do 1 minus 1 plus 10 to the negative 16. So instead of putting that minus 1 raised right here, we're actually just going to put it in front right here. And that's going to make difference so you can read your code accurately and that you can get this to the negative 16th instead of having an error of that. And for the next one, we have old, and then we have x equals 1, I to 1 to 10,000, so that means we have 10,000 range from 1 to 10,000. We have x equals x plus 10 to the negative 16th. And then we're going to print out x. So our problem with this is our x is actually equaling 1. So again, we have the problem that it's not reading it accurately. We're getting an error of 10 to the negative 16th because it's only giving us 1. We still need those decimal places, and we don't have them. So that's a problem. And then, so in order to accurately read this, we're actually going to have x equals 0. So instead of starting at 1, we're going to start at 0 for x. So we have 0 equals 0 plus 10 to the negative 16th. And then we're going to have x equals x plus 1. So then we're going to add the 1 at not in the for loop. So that's the difference between the old and the new. Is that we added the 1 in the for loop, and we don't want to do that because that's what's going to give us the x equals 1. So in order to do this accurately, we're going to do the x plus 1 at the end. And that x plus 1 really just makes sure that that big number gets that the 16 decimal places to 10 to the negative 16. Because as you can see, if we didn't add that 1, it wouldn't read it because it was going to be too small of a number. And that's why I get that 1.000 and so on. So then we're going to print f, and we get 16 decimal places, but that's what we wanted, and we're going to print x. And that x is what this is going to be. So the exact result is 1 plus 10 to the negative 12 because we still have, it stops with the zeros right here when it starts with 1. So that's not very accurate. So the best accuracy we can get for this is 10 to the negative 12. So the biggest takeaway with this one is just making sure that x is going to start with 0, and then we're adding that 1 at the end, else it's going to be too small and it's not going to register it in MATLAB. Thank you.